Hi guys, and I got some random news for you. First, we start off with Cardinals are cutting offensive lineman Dennis Daly. He's really just was just depth at this point. He has started with Titans in the past, but he's never been a really good starter. So yeah, it's really just a depth cut there. Then I just got multiple Bills news, so I just like put it all together because there was a lot. So Bill's backup quarterback Mr. Trubisky is expected to miss a couple of weeks. See if he's back week one, but it's not a huge deal because also they got Josh Allen, so he won't be starting anyways. But yeah, and then they also signed quarterback Anthony Brown. The Raiders just released him a few days before that, so they did that. So probably just preseason guy, and if Trubisky doesn't make it back for week one, he might maybe use your backup or a third string quarterback until Trubisky is back. And then their wide receiver, Marquez Valdez Scantling, is also expected to miss multiple weeks with a neck injury. See there, he's not very good wideout. Like he dealt with a ton of drops last year with Packers. I mean, Chiefs. He formerly played for Packers. He's just a guy that's a good deep threat, but that's about it. But he's dealt with a lot of drops during his career. Then their other wide receiver, Curtis Samuel, is also week to week with a turf toe. He should hopefully be back by week one too. Hopefully, one of those two guys will be back week one because they could use that wide receiver depth because they don't have a ton of wide receiver depth because they lost Diggs. Well, they traded away Diggs, I should say. They Gabe Davis left the free agency. So yeah, and then safety Damar Hamlin is week to week with a hamstring injury. So they have a lot of injuries. Like Bills have dealt with all injuries in the past. Like they already lost Matt Lano for a long time for a lot of the season. And yeah, so it's just already starting before the season even starts. So let's see there. And then Browns are placing offensive tackle Keem Genji on injured reserve. He's just a death tackle, but like he had a chance to be in the kids. Your two tackles dealt with a lot of injuries in Wills and Conklin. So like who was that guy? Browns. I'm drinking Browns depth chart. I'm blanking on the former Ohio State tackle. Dwan Jones. They do have him if one of those guys gets injured. But if both of them get injured, like it happened last year, you don't have Denji. So and they also had a lot of energy. They had a lot of injuries that just happened too. Like they lost with their backup running backs, lost with their backup offensive lineman for the season too. This is like they are. I mean that was yeah, but yeah. So then, got some Charger news. They're signing linebacker Frank Ginda. It's been last year. Neo fell. He's just a depth linebacker, and but they are releasing seventh round pick from 2023. I think his seventh round release. He was drafted in 23. I'll just say quarterback Max Duggan out TCU. He helped lead TCU's final year to the college football playoffs. He helped them lead to the national championship game. They had to strike by Georgia, but they still made it. So yeah. And then Dolphins are placing wide receiver Willie Snead on injured reserve. He had some good. He used to play for the Saints. He used to play for the Ravens. Like he has had some decent years, but at this point, it was going to be tough to make the roster anyways because they have a lot of wideouts. And another wide receiver, River Raycroft, expect to miss start of the regular season with upper body injury. So we'll see. But yeah. And then cornerback Cam Smith is week to week with a hamstring injury. So a few more injuries there. Hopefully, can't set this potential being a starter. So hopefully he'll be back by week one, but we will see. The Giants are placing offensive tackle Yanni Kajust on injured reserve. It's not a huge loss because they have Andrew Thomas, they have Evan Neal, they have Ulafor, so they have fine tackle depth, but still he'll be out for a long time. And then Commanders have named rookie quarterback at LSU to second overall pick, Jaden Daniels. So yeah, no surprise there. They don't really have much behind him quarterback anyways, but yeah, everybody's expecting him to be their starter for the season. And Eagles are releasing backup tight end CJ Uzama. He had some good years with the Bengals a few years ago. So in the last couple of years with the Jets, he did not do very good for them. But he wasn't really playing much anyways because they had Dallas Goddard. And then Cardinals are extending center Hajalti Forholt to a 2-year deal with $12 million. 8 of it is guaranteed. Starts the next season, so he'll be there for a few more years. He's got a little bit underrated center. It's fine. he's a decent player, but yeah, so he'll be there for a while. And the Broncos have named quarterback Bo Nix, first round pick of Oregon, their week one starter. No surprise there. It's kind of a battle because they did trade for Zach Wilson. They still have Jared Stidham, but if Nick's going to be out of those two guys, something's up because those two guys are not good quarterbacks. Like, Stidham's a fine backup. Wilson's just in the league still, just as like a potential backup, just because he was a former top 5 pick. Like, if it wasn't for that, he'd probably be out the league. Like, he's a late round pick. He's gone. The former Cardinals was his last team he played for, but like he was a journeyman quarterback. Colt McCoy has officially retired. He played all over the league. He was a fine starter at some points. He was mostly just a good backup. The Vikings are releasing special team specialist slash cornerback Najee Thompson. Najee Thompson really is just like a gunner. But like the new special team roles, like that's not a huge deal anymore. And he's been injured all camp, so that kind of hurt him. So they're probably just like they signed a lot of cornerbacks, like because they lost Mekhi Blackman torn ACL. They lost Kyrie Jackson because he passed away sadly, and so then they signed a lot of players. So yeah, and then Cardinals are signing depth tight end Sage Surratt. See if he does anything. They still have Trey McBride, so we'll see. But he's really the depth tight end at this point. So yeah, and then Bengals edge rusher, second year guy for first round pickup Clemson Miles Murphy has a vitamin injury. He should just miss a few weeks. Hopefully, be back by week one. But we probably when we start in week one anyways because um they have Trey Anderson. They have Tim Hubbard, so he's just a backup, but he's got a lot of potential. The Texans are placing tight end Dalton Keene, an injured reserve, so he's going to be out for a long time. So it sucks for him, but we'll see what happens there. And then Buccaneers' new left guard, because they brought him in this offseason, Ben Bredeson has won their starting left guard job, so he will be their starter. He's okay, starter, but he's not great. He could do better because do some worse. And then Denzel Ward, quarterback from the Browns, he's a really good corner, has suffered his fifth and known concussion of his career. Because honestly, when you're younger in like high school or something, you might have suffered some, but they're not going to keep track of that. So yeah, for sure, it's fifth, which is a big deal. Like, because the more concussions you deal with, the more serious they can become. So, and that sucks. And then just head injuries in general are not good. This could have helped develop some CT in the future. So, like Antonio Brown, for example, how bad that could be. Now, don't say something that bad, but it can't. It's not very good. And then the Cowboys are signing the former Pro Bowler defensive tackle Linval Joseph. He's really this journeyman at this point. Like he spent last year with the Bills. I think he got signed in the middle of the season for his year with the Eagles. I know he played with the Eagles that year. I just don't remember for sure his signed in the middle of the season. In the previous 2 years with the Chargers, he spent a long time with the Vikings. He had some good years, but he wasn't great for his last year there, and they released some. But he's just a okay run stopper. He's not a pass rusher at all, really. He's just depth, but he is in his mid-30s. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you have a good night.